got a spinny chair now. So much better than the wooden one I had. Woo! Okay, I gotta stop that. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't think I'd get that dizzy. Whew. Hello everybody, it's Rabbit. How you doing? It's been a minute since I made a video. Bet you thought I was dead, but I'm not. It's all good. So, it's been so long I forgot how to make a video. Yay. So, a few days ago, I watched a movie. It's a movie that's been kind of a hot topic recently, so I don't know how many of you have heard of it, but Black Mirror made a movie called Bandersnatch. Yeah, I saw people mentioning this movie on Twitter. I've seen Black Mirror. I saw the first episode, the guy with the pig, and it scarred me. Yeah, scary. But that's the point. Bandersnatch was really interesting to watch. So Black Mirror is this show on Netflix. Yeah, it's Netflix. I've been watching a lot of Netflix and Prime stuff. I keep getting the two mixed up. Sorry. So Netflix has a lot of really weird stuff. A lot weirder than Prime. So Black Mirror is a show on Netflix. It's about life and the dangers of technology. It kind of shows us what we could become if we let stuff like this get too tight of a hold on our lives. And we're actually starting to see some of this stuff happen in modern day, like right before our eyes. So Bandersnatch takes place, I believe, in the 80s. I could tell because of the music and the terrible fashion. They had weird hair in the 80s. Like our hair better. What am I saying? So it takes place in the 80s, and it's about this young game developer who is working on a game based off of a adventure, choose your own adventure novel. And of course, troubled young protagonist has disagreements with his father. His mom's dead. He wants to make this game. It's the perfect amalgamation of things to create drama. I'm a theater student. I know a lot about drama. What really struck me, and I didn't know this before I watched it, it's interactive. It is a true interactive movie with different endings based upon your choices. And I saw that in the beginning because it told me this is going to be interactive. And I'm like, oh, of course it is. It's not like my choices will have any matter. And I watched it and I saw a little black bar on the bottom. It said, choose this cereal or this cereal. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the world is my oyster. This world is my oyster. Not this world. This world is going down in flames pretty soon. But this small virtual world is my oyster. So I'm watching through it, and I'm playing through it, and I get about like 10 minutes in, and I choose one, and this ending, you say yes to working at the company to make this video game, and then you immediately, it's like a game over. It takes you to a couple months later. The game gets like a 2 out of 5, or was it a 0 out of 5? I don't remember. It was a low number. And he's like, I'm going to try again. It's a fascinating movie. I was up until 2, just going through the different endings. And it's fascinating. This fascinates me because it remembers. It remembers different things, and you can get different options because it gives you the option to go back if you hit like a dead end. There's also the trailer. On Netflix, there's a trailer, and you can actually follow the trailer. The trailer kind of gives you hints on where you should go to do different stuff to get, like, the ending, I think, because you can follow stuff and you can get stuff from the trailer. Not everything's in the trailer, but if you can follow the trailer path and get, I think, what they intend to be the true ending. I tried my best to follow it, and I kind of figured it out halfway through my watching of this, that I'm like, oh, the trailer, that thing, I should probably, like, search for those things. And even in it, they give you, like, little hints. Like, oh, what's the phone number for the doctor? And they tell you, like, all for one, like, different numbers. I'm like, that's clever. But I couldn't understand what the second number was. So I'm like, is it this? Nope, not that. Okay, I don't get a different shot at that. Okay, that's great. Thanks for that. So based upon different endings you get, you can actually go back and get different options. And it actually reminded me a lot of this book I'm reading. Hang on. This book, House of Leaves. This and Bandersnatch have a lot in common. And it's funny because the day I got this book is when I watched Bandersnatch. Now, House of Leaves, for you people who do not know, is one of the things that inspired Everyman Hybrid, which I was just confirmed that it ended, and a little piece of my soul ripped out when I heard that. Oh, I'm going to be talking about that in a different video, and the impact that Everyman Hybrid has had, not only in my life, but on the internet and ARGs as a whole. That's a video to look forward to whenever I make it, because honestly, I don't know right now. I might make it over the summer, who knows. But House of Leaves, I recommend reading this. I've only gotten just like a tiny tick of the way in, but I recommend it. It's about this guy who, it's basically about different iterations, and the main question that it asks is, why would God create a dual universe? And all while I was watching Bandersnatch, I was thinking about that in that one sentence. And it's incredible, just the options it gives you and its ramifications. Because you can go back, you can get a completely different ending. There was this one part that really struck me. Okay, so Stefan Butler, main character, really troubled kid, lost his mom really young. He feels guilty about it. He blames his father. There is a point in the movie, it says it's an hour and a half long. Don't believe it. It's not an hour and a half long. It's at least 3 hours if you want to see almost everything. And there are some endings I didn't even see. And I was there for 3 hours. So Stefan, he's, freaking out. He's figured out at this point that there's someone controlling his life. He's like, give me a sign. And there's a symbol that appears in the trailer. And then it says Netflix. And you can get 2 endings depending on it. If you hit the first sign, the actual symbol, not Netflix, you'll get this one ending. You can go back to a different part in the story where you can get through a dream sequence. And there's something in that dream sequence that you can play through. If you get to that point again where you can choose the symbols, instead of Netflix, it'll be that thing from the dream that pops up. And I love this. I'm gonna have to watch it again to get through everything. It's incredible. I love video games. It's about video games. I love the 80s. I know, scary. That's another thing. The 80s. Why right now is the 80s so popular? Is it the 30-year rule? I mean, if it was the 30-year rule, at this point, we should be obsessed with the 90s. No one should be obsessed with the 90s. It was an ugly time. Horrible colors. But the 80s, I love the 80s. The music was great. 90s music was crap. Gotta be careful. with YouTube. Don't want this video taken down. But it also kind of struck a chord with me because I'm very similar in age to Stefan, and I go through a lot of the same things. I wanted to make video games when I was younger. Realized that wasn't going to happen because I'm not incredibly patient like you have to be to make video games. It's hard. But this dual universes, going back in time, different things, some of the characters kind of sort of remembering. First time you run through it, Colin Rittman, who's the game designer that Stefan is a really big fan of, he's like, nice to meet you. Every other time you go through, he says, we've met before. And every single time he says it with more and more certainty. Gosh, it's incredible. This opens up so many different avenues for future filmmaking. People can choose the story. Now, whether or not you're satisfied with that story is up to you, because at each ending, it gives you the option to either go back or hit end credits. You have a choice. You have pure choice here. You can either accept the ending or you can go back and change it. Now, about the endings, there are so many of them. I think the director said there's like 10 or 12. I got like 6 or 8. And that's a lot. It's incredible. I keep saying that, but it really is. Please watch it. Do yourself a favor. If you don't like scary stuff, throw it out the window. A lot of it isn't scary. There is a monster in some of it that is the Bandersnatch. Or is it the Bandersnatch? Is it the demon? I don't know. There's a demon in the book. It should be called the Bandersnatch, whatever that demon is. It sounds better. It just does. It's incredible. Each ending can build off of one another because you remember things from previous endings and you're like, no, I don't want to do that. I know where that leads. And all while you're doing it, I personally just wanted Stefan to end up happy. And in my mind, the best ending would be the first one you get, where you choose to stay at the company and the game gets like a really low score and he says, I'm gonna try again. He's alive, everyone's okay, but all the endings after that end with either death or Stefan like going to like a mental institution or going to jail. It's not happy. There really is no truly happy ending to it. There's a mediocre ending where he's like, I'm gonna try again. And that is actually kind of how life goes. I don't think there really is a truly happy ending. It's sort of bittersweet. Sure, you can be happy, but there is no really true happy ending. At least for Stefan. Certainly not for anyone else in the movie. So, overall, it's visually very beautiful. It takes place, I think, in England. Pretty sure in England. They have an excellent transportation system. It can't be the US. So overall, I think it's an excellent, excellent film. This is not a movie, this is a film. What's the difference? Well, in my opinion, a movie is something you go see, it's fun, and like an Avengers movie, or a superhero movie of any kind. Like 21 Jump Street, that's a movie. But a film says something. A film has deeper meaning. It takes more time to really develop what it's trying to say. This, I believe, was a film because there's something deeper to it. Now, what that deeper thing is up to interpretation. To me, the deeper thing is sometimes you just can't win. You can't. Sometimes things are the way they are and you can't change them. Like with Stefan's mom dying, when you play through that scene, you're only given one option because you can't change the past. And you can make choices right now to affect how your life is, but you can't always go back and fix them if you make the wrong choice. Sometimes you have to live with them. We aren't given the luxury to go back and make the better choice. And we have to live with our choices, no matter what they are. That's what I think that the film is saying. Now, is that what the director intended? I don't know. But to me, that's what I feel like it could be. Then again, you could have a different opinion. And I really would like to know what it is. So if you watch the film, leave what you think the film means down in the comments. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. This could spark a whole new generation of filmmaking, letting people choose what ending they want. I don't want to say revolutionary because I don't know if any other people have done something similar to this. I know Hardcore Henry, I think it was, did it where it's first person and you see through the character's eyes. That's cool. You could do a lot with that. You can do a lot with this format, especially in the age of online streaming and like Prime and Netflix. You could do a ton with that. Plus, I love the 80s aesthetic. If you like Stranger Things and you like this 80s aesthetic, I think you'll like this. If you're a fan of choose your own adventure novels, I think you'll like this. And, really meticulous and you want to get that ending that you really want. I think you'll like this. Honestly, it's a good one. Black Mirror is really weird, and I think they're coming out with a new season soon. So be sure to look out for that and check out Black Mirror. It's pretty good. It says a lot of stuff. Would I change anything? The audio. There's something wrong with the audio. I don't know what it is. It could be me. But I felt like it was really quiet in some places, too loud. Some of the things were really hard to make out. I couldn't understand what a lot of the characters were saying some of the time. I did get used to it eventually, but in the beginning I'm like, what? What did he say? Rewind that. That's my biggest complaint, the mixing and not being able to understand what some of the characters are saying. Other than that, I don't really see a problem with it. I do, however, have a problem with people bullying one of the actors and forcing him to leave social media. Yeah, that's not cool. Don't bully people. No. As someone who was bullied, that's not cool. Don't do that. This has been your PSA for the day. Bullying is bad. Don't do it. It's not fun. Thank you. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do yourself a favor and go watch Bandersnatch. I can't say it enough. Go watch it now. Take like a day, couple hours if you don't have a day, and watch it. Watch it with people. Watch it with your friends, your grandma. Maybe she would like it. I don't know. But watch it, take your time, and try and get through as many endings as you can, because it really is not just a film, it's an experience. And it's something that I think that you guys should experience. So thank you so much for watching and putting up with me and my inconsistent upload schedule. I appreciate it. And welcome to all the new people who have subscribed recently. Glad that you're here. This is Rabbit, signing off.